How's it going? How's it going, guys? It's your boy Ninja Skittles back here with another video. Today we are going to be ranking every single weapon that can be used in Sons of the Forest. Let's get right into this. So as you can see here, we have
the Thunderdome.
Let's get right into it. So first off, we have the pickaxe. It's very lightweight, but kind of a medium speed weapon. It's very effective when applied to, well, any part of the body, to be honest. And still take off enemies' heads and limbs. So, pretty nifty if you ask me. Next up, we have the utility knife. Now, this weapon really kind of sucks, to be honest. I mean, you're not going to be doing a lot of combat with this, is all I'm saying. So one of my main issues with this weapon is not only the fact that it's so small, but the fact that you can't even block with it. So, not the most effective tool unless it's like the last resort. And honestly, you should have your survival axe with you, so don't use this weapon. Not for combat. Use it for utility only. Speaking of which, next up we have the survival axe. Or the tactical axe, whichever one you prefer. So, it's small, lightweight, and very effective, especially whenever you're first encountering cannibals. I mean, it's going to do the job. Now, obviously you won't be fixing to meet anybody like this guy just yet, but it'll still get the job done. Go for the knees. Alright, next we got the machete. So this baby right here is going to give you a lot of speed, which means you're going to get a lot of attacks in. So it's going to have a smaller amount of damage, but speed can be key in some situations. Next up, we got the stun baton. This baby is gonna be a lifesaver in most situations, because not only does it work as a melee weapon, it'll also stun your enemies, putting them the frick down. Like this guy right here, yeah, he's done for. This is it for him. And that's all there is to it. Next up, we got the cross. Yeah, this baby's not going to do much. It might scare some of the cannibals, but overall, you're not safe with this. I'm sorry. Not in this game. So next up, we got the mighty spear. So this guy is going to give you some reach, which will be very useful, and some extra reach by being able to be thrown, which is very useful in some situations, especially whenever you're high up, you build platforms, stuff like that. But some cannibals will just soak these guys up like sponges. But typically 3 hits is about what I've noticed is what it will take to take any cannibal down. Next up, we have the torch. With this baby, oh, you have no idea. When lit on fire, you're gonna light them on fire. So it's like a walking Molotov cocktail, which is fantastic. Next up, we got the crafted club. Now, it's hard to say with this guy whether it's actually good or not. It's kind of up to your opinion. I don't think it's that bad of a weapon. Some people love it, some people hate it. But overall, it does the job, in my opinion. Next up, we got one of the best axes in the game, in my opinion, which is going to be the fire axe. It's going to be a little bit slower, which might be an issue for some of you people, but overall, you're going to pack more of a punch, which will very much help you against these stronger enemies. I mean, see, it just took that guy out in 2 hits. There's nothing to it. Now, next up, we got the modern axe, which I would say would be the second best axe in the game. It's probably going to take a few more hits to take down some of these cannibals, but overall, it does the job just effectively. I mean, there's really nothing to this guy either. He's going to do the job. It's simple as that. Alright, next up, we got the putter. Now, this guy, I honestly don't even know what to say. Want to go take him and play golf? I don't know. And I think the best thing about the putter, though, is that you can teach the cannibals how to play some golf. next on the list, we got the freaking samurai swords. Let's go. This is one of the better ones of the game. Alright, so this guy is going to be speedy and quick. It's just like the other ones where it has a little less damage just because of the speed, but it does the job. It slices and dices, baby. What more do you need? Alrighty, next on the list, we got the shovel. Now this bad boy is going to be kind of in the middle, because it's not going to do an effective job, but it's going to be a lot better than just using a stick and wailing around with it. Alright, next up on the list we got the bone. So honestly, guys, this weapon is a little more effective than you think. I mean, it'll take down an enemy pretty well. Better than you would think. Better than a stick, probably. But I would almost rate it above most of the weapons here. I mean, it does a good job. It'll do the job just fine. So overall, it is a pretty effective tool. The only thing I would say that's bad about it is the amount of hit it actually takes to take down an enemy. But the perk to that is every time you hit an enemy, you're basically going to stun them. So you just keep knocking the enemy down until they die. So next up we got the leg. In my case, a rot leg. Yeah, no. So stupidly enough, I mean, it is more effective than I would like to admit, but overall, kind of put it in that last resort section, you know? Like, if I really didn't have a choice. I would still pick it over the small knife, though, for sure. So next up, we got the arm, literally the same as the leg, so there's not much more to it. High five, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five, high five. Next up on the list, we got the skull. Just no, don't do it. It's not gonna save you. It'll do nothing for you. You'll die. Next up on the list, we got the Molotov cocktail. Effective for masses, but in this case, it's just a single little guy that's gonna turn into a poor soul. Next up on the list, we got the Mighty Log. Not a lot to say about this, other than it will stun the crap out of your enemies and eventually kill them. Wood. Jeff? You're not Jeff. So this is perfect, because next up we have the stick. Very ineffective. But once again, I would trust it over the utility knife, because gosh darn, that thing is just terrible. Don't you laugh at me. Kelvin. Next up, we got the revolver. Now, I mean, it's a revolver. Enough said. Next up, we got the taser. Now, obviously not going to work as a weapon, but get that stunning effect to give you an extra edge. Yeah, that's going to be perfect, man. And I mean, it's just downright fun. Let's be honest. Best part is, it gives you a little confetti, too. Next up, we got the pistol, so you can take down an unarmed suspect with no issues. And then load a second mag, just in case dead isn't dead enough. Next up, we got a personal favorite of mine, the slingshot. Now, this baby right here, it will take a while to kill someone with it. But it is so gosh darn satisfying to watch your enemies just fall with the mighty slingshot. Oop. Plus, you can just be a dick to everyone. But if you land those headshots perfectly, then you might just have a chance. Next up, we got the grenade. So yeah, you tell me how good that is. Next up, we got one of the best weapons in the game, which is going to be the shotgun. Now you have two choices whenever it comes to ammunition, but either way, it'll be pretty effective. Sir? So next up, we got the rifle. Now this baby is going to definitely pack a punch, especially from far away. Alright, next up we got the crossbow. Now this baby is going to be a little more effective than your standard bow. Now if you can place a precise shot with this guy, I mean, you're going to get a one-shot headshot with this baby, so it's freaking beautiful. Next up we got the bow, the standard bow. So you're going to have 1, 2, 3 different types of ammo for this puppy. Up to your discretion. I feel like the carbon fiber is going to be the best, your 3D is going to be your second best, and then third best is obviously going to be the stone arrows. Next up we have the sticky bomb. Now I feel like this guy is going to be better for the masses and maybe mutants, and not necessarily cannibals, because you're going to have a hard time getting it where you want it to. But sometimes you get stuff like that. Next up we got the flares. Now these babies, they're going to do absolutely nothing to save your life in combat. There will be no one coming to help you. No SOS from this. Just lots and lots of pain. Next up we got one of my personal favorites, the guitar. Now this baby is going to be slow, it's going to pack a little bit of a punch, but it's not going to be as effective as some of those other slower weapons that we do have out there. I will show you here why this is one of my favorite weapons though. So of course, once you get done slaying your enemy, you can just stand above their corpse and rock out, baby. And now for one of the ones that I know you guys have been waiting for, the Ultimate Limb Slayer, Doomslayer 3000, the chainsaw. Now, unlike the original Forest, this puppy is electric, so you just gotta power it with batteries. You don't gotta go around searching for gasoline everywhere, and you can just start chopping your enemies up. Like, it's another Tuesday for this guy. It's like a bad haircut, you know? Alright everybody, I just want to give a huge shout out to everyone who watches this channel. I appreciate and love all your guys' support. And if you want to see future content just like this, or just me being a freaking idiot in general, because that's about all I do, I would love to see you guys stick around for the next video. So just hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that notification bell. If you want to leave a comment below, please do so. And I will see you guys next time in the forest. Bye-bye.